In this lecture, I would like to start from the formulas that we derived in the last lecture. So the first one is cosine of x. The derivative of cosine of x is equal to minus sine of x, whereas the derivative with respect to x of sine of x is equal to cosine of x. In particular, we derived the first one, but the steps are not exactly the same, but are very similar for the second one. So we'll take this for granted, this one we derived. In this lecture, I would like to derive this formula by using the definition of derivative, in particular d over dx cosine of x, which is equal to cosine of x prime, sometimes can also be written like that, which is equal to definition. So it's cosine of x plus dx minus cosine of x divided by dx. Remember, this is a limit where dx is very small. It's a very small quantity which goes to 0. I can use a formula to expand this first term, cosine of alpha plus beta. We derive the formula cos alpha cos beta minus sine alpha sine beta. So we can write equal to cosine x cosine dx minus sine x sine dx minus cosine x divided by dx. And now let me regroup some terms. For instance, I can put this one together with this one, so it's cosine x, and then I have cosine dx minus 1 divided by dx minus sine x times sine dx divided by dx. I rewrote them like this for a very simple reason, because remember, the result that we need to get is that the derivative of cosine of x is equal to minus sine of x. This is not so similar, it actually looks nasty, but this is what we want actually, minus sine of x, which can only mean one simple thing. It means that since we have to compute these two limits, okay, this first limit should give 0, because this term shouldn't appear, okay, whereas this one should give us 1. So that we obtain minus sine of x. This is an important piece of information because it tells us that essentially the limit as x goes to 0 of cosine x minus 1 divided by x, or if you want, I could have said, okay, delta x, it doesn't really matter. This is just a variable that I can call whatever name I want. And this is equal to 0. Whereas the other important limit that we computed is limit delta x goes to 0 of sine of delta x divided by delta x. This must be equal to 1, because only in this case we can obtain the same result. And from this we infer that the cosine of a variable that I will call x, in this case not delta x, just for sake of simplicity, cosine of x is approximately equal to 1 when x goes to 0, when x is very small, okay, whereas sine of x is approximately equal to x when x is small. Okay, these are two very important approximations which derive from these limits, because okay, if x is very small, I have sine of x divided by x, which is approximately equal to x over x, which is equal to 1. So this is why the limit gives us 1. Whereas in the case of the cosine, we have cosine of x minus 1 divided by x, which is approximately equal to 1 minus 1 divided by x. But this, x is a very small quantity that goes to 0, is not equal to 0. We have 0 divided by a very small quantity, but 0 prevails over the small quantity, because this is exactly 0. This is a limit, x goes to 0, that's different. Try to get the intuition behind this subtlety. This is a very strong subtlety, so you have to be careful here. 0 over x gives 0. Okay, so this is why we can make these approximations when x is very small. Later on, when I introduce to you the Taylor series, we will see that we can replace these approximation signs with some equal signs, but we will have to add other terms. For example, cosine of x will be equal to 1 plus some corrections, okay, some corrections that will depend on x, because they will depend on the order of precision that we want, but that will come later. And sine of x, for instance, will be x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus ... So you see, we need to add other terms if we want to be more precise. This is related to Taylor series and I'm not going to do it now. What I'm going to do next is to derive some other formulas and then do some exercises in between. I hope that this lack of mathematical rigor does not really bother you. I mean, I could be more rigorous, but I would like to get the concepts across first.